Okay, so basically, this session is mainly about the digital estimation, which is a new concept when it comes to India. We have people in the Middle East, or maybe even in US, UK, Canada, everywhere generally nobody uses CAD and Excel. So CAD primarily is a drafting tool, right? And Excel, you have to program it. No doubt it's an excellent tool, but still you have to program it. And because of that, there is a probability that there could be multiple errors when it comes to manual entries, linking, formulae. So when it comes to digital estimation, you just trace it, you get the quantity digitally, you get the cost automatically, you get bill of materials and BOQ automatically. So that's digital estimation. So you don't have to worry about लिंकिंग बराबर है ना, वेदर कल जाके सपोज इफ यू टेल मी मेरा 60 बाय 60 का टाइल चेंज हो रहा है टू 120 बाय 120, सो आई विल विद इन आई टेक 1 सेकेंड टू गिव यू द कॉस्ट वेरिएशन कि कितना होने वाला है कॉस्ट वेरिएशन. सो इफ यू आर एबल टू डू दैट इन एक्सेल, इफ इट्स नॉट टेकिंग यू 15-20 मिनट्स और हाफ एन आवर टू जस्ट चेक कि तब 6 महीने पहले जो एस्टिमेट किया था उसमें अभी क्या मेरा क्वांटिटी ड्राइंग चेंज हुआ है, क्या मेरा अभी स्पेक चेंज होगा तो क्या होगा. सो ऑल दैट यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट. सो दैट्स बेसिकली डिजिटल एस्टिमेशन. So here we now there's various tools when it comes to digital estimation. I am going to show it to you within Sidebook. So Sidebook is mainly a lot of things, but right now we're just going to focus on digital estimation. So I'm just going to show digital estimation. Those who have premium access or those who have just taken premium access, I'll just tell you how you can work it out whenever you want to practice. So यहाँ पे digital estimation का project है, you don't have to go inside. uh, just clone this project. You'll find 3 dots here. That's called a kebab menu. Project का जो भी नाम देना है. So this is the fourth session. So I'm just making digital estimation class 4. And I'm going to click here, clone project along with drawings and quantity takeoff. Quantity is not there. So पूरे drawings मुझे मिल जाएंगे. So clone बोल दूंगा. So now if you guys want me to work on a particular item, let me know. I'll do that, or else I'll go मेरे हिसाब से मैं जाऊंगा. So if you want to show me to show like concrete दिखाओ, masonry दिखाओ, plaster दिखाओ, or if there's anything other than that, let me know. If I have the it here, I will definitely show it to you. So I'll start with the 4 commands. Okay, I have to show you 4 main commands. Now, any digital estimation software will have these 4 commands. If you are able to use these 4 commands, and there, so basically 4 functions, I should say, these 4 functions and their respective whatever commands with come along with that, if you're able to use that, any digital estimation software is going to be very, very easy for you. So, okay, somebody has sent concrete for footing. Okay, fine, fine. Concrete for footing also I'll show it to you. So first of all, now this is an inbuilt rate library. So all these items are there within Sidebook. No, not all softwares will have that. If I have to just tell you about a few softwares, there is one which is PlanSwift, which is widely used in US. There is one called Bluebeam, again widely used in the US. PlanSwift also is used widely in UAE. There is one which is Costex. Now, the purpose for these tools mainly is again digital estimation, and some people use it for quantity takeoff also. मतलब क्या होता है ना, sometimes if you're a contractor, now my previous company, they were a contractor, so they didn't get they used to get PDF drawings. Yeah, there was DWF drawings भी बोलते थे, DWG नहीं, CAD नहीं, DWF drawings ऐसा कुछ तो था. So they used to get that. So now it becomes very easy if you have a software like maybe Sidebook. Sidebook also is one aspect is digital estimation within Sidebook. So if you have that, you can just upload it and same concept जो आप CAD में करते हो ना क्वांटिटी डिराइव करते समय, सेम वो आपको करने का है. यहाँ पे अभी मैं फुटिंग के पास जाता हूँ, बट फर्स्ट मैं अभी ये विट्रीफाइड टाइल फ्लोरिंग है, यहाँ पे यहाँ से अंदर जाऊंगा. सो आपको विद इन साइड बुक विल गेट दैट रेट लाइब्रेरी एंड ऑल. So yeah, whenever you're working ना, just click on the in the quantity column, यहाँ पे ऐसा ये जो साइन है, ये 2D टेक ऑफ का साइन है. नाउ दिस इज द डिजिटल क्वांटिटी टेक ऑफ. Most of the softwares which are digital quantity takeoff softwares will have similar function box where maybe terminology is different. That is called something else, or it would be like that, but functions are same. Okay, now the first function, okay, I'll show it for directly for concrete footing only, so that अगर कोई पूछ रहा है तो वही we'll do, so that he'll also understand. If you want any other item also, I'll show that. So अभी मेरे पास ये M25 यहाँ पे इसका आइटम है, so I'll just use this. If I want, I can add an item. So this is again advantage of digital estimation. So मैं यहाँ just footing type करता हूँ. Okay, so if I type footing, I'll get an option of ये अभी M20 concrete, M+L, या RMC site mix. So हर type का एक आ गया. So maybe I am doing site mix, I'm not doing RMC, just example ले रहा हूँ. Okay, so यहाँ मैं अभी M25 लेता हूँ. Now here I need to have a footing drawing. Gladly I have one. And ये मुझे अभी क्वांटिफाई करना है. So first command out of the four commands is this select. कैड में इसको पैन बोलते हैं. अगर आपको पी और स्पेस आप दबाओगे कैड में, तो पैन करके एक कमांड आता है. ये उसका इसका काम भी सिमिलर है, कि मुझे ड्राइंग रीड करना है क्या नहीं. तो मैं इसको सिलेक्ट को क्लिक करूंगा और ये इसको पैन करते जाऊंगा. दिस इज पैन. दूसरा काम सिलेक्ट का और एक है, वो मैं बाद में बताता हूँ. अभी दूसरा कमांड कमांड जो है वो है एरिया. सो इस केस में, फुटिंग के केस में, इजीएस्ट कमांड मैं एरिया यूज करूंगा. सो ये मेरा C1 फुटिंग है. ये मैंने ट्रेस किया एक. सपोज इसका डेप्थ अभी हम अज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि सेम है. यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे, ओके, शेडो C1 और 3 सेम है. ठीक है, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, ये एक इसको ना मैं डिलीट करता हूँ अभी के लिए. सो मैं और भी तरीके हैं, मैं उसको चेंज कर सकता था, बट आई डोंट वांट टू कंफ्यूज इट. C1 है क्वांटिटी में, मैं ये C1 और C3 क्लिक कर दूंगा, ये हो गया. अभी C2 को ट्रेस करते हैं. यहाँ पे मैं इसको F1 और कॉमा 3 ऐसा लिख दिया. यहाँ पे अभी F2 और जो भी कौन से है वो हम देखेंगे बाद में. नाउ आई क्लिक हियर area. I'll also show you automatically how much cement, because this is site mix, how much cement, sand, aggregate I'm going to require. It's going to show me automatically all those things. I'll just make this yellow in color. और ये कौन से 2 4 5 7 11. तो ये क्वांटिटी पे क्लिक किया. अभी इसको मैं गोला करता हूँ. 2 4 5 7 एंड. सो अभी ना ये राइट क्लिक से ऐसा होता है. सो बिकॉज अभी मेरा बहुत फास्ट आदत हो गया, इसीलिए आई 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 नो दिस हाउ दिस इज. बट ऑलवेज यूज अ माउस वेन एवर यू आर वर्किंग ऑन एनी डिजिटल एस्टिमेशन सॉफ्टवेयर. मेक श्योर यू हैव अ माउस एंड राइट क्लिक. नाउ दिस इज not a function which I was going to discuss, but right click while tracings. So ये जो हम कर रहे हैं tracings है, that is basically pan. तो मैं अभी यहाँ जस्ट F2 4 5 7 11 4 5 7 11 one. Prajakta, if you want to leave, you can leave, because I don't think there's any other one other than Amulji who would require it. So if you want, you can leave. So ये हो गया. उसके बाद, सो दिस इज द सेकेंड कमांड एक्चुअली आई एम यूजिंग, विच इज काउंट. सो फर्स्ट हो गया एरिया, सेकेंड है काउंट. एनी डिजिटल एस्टिमेशन, बेसिकली क्वांटिटी सर्वेइंग के लिए ना, ये चार चीजें ही लगती है. एक्चुअली सिलेक्ट भी नहीं लगता है, बट सिलेक्ट क्यों लगेगा, क्योंकि मुझे इसको सपोज मूव करना है, कॉपी पेस्ट करना है, तो उसके लिए सिलेक्ट लगेगा. बट मेन क्या है, एक आपका एरिया है, दूसरा है काउंट, थर्ड में आपको बाद में जो लीनियर है वो बाद में करके दिखाता हूँ. एनी मोर इफ यू वांट आइटम क्वांटिटीज, किसी को कुछ निकाल के दिखानी है तो आई कैन डू दैट. 6, 8, 9, 10. सो यहाँ पे मैं F6, 8, 9 and 10. I'll just type. I can even write 4, but इसका advantage क्या होता है कि I know what all things have been considered, what all things have been missed out. Now, this is a very, very simple example, but imagine if this was a huge project, warehouse, बड़ा warehouse है, you have multiple warehouses parallelly doing. So I know what all things have I considered, what all things have I missed out. So 8, 9, 10. So this is done. Uh, so Suhasji was asking, BBS is not done. So for within this, so within Sidebook it is not there. Now there is one more tool for BBS. We have different tools. So one is called My Build Cost, which comes under our parent company only, but it's completely different. So works on a similar module, but it's within Sidebook. It's not there. But if you're interested, we can have one session over BBS also someday. So ये F12 मेरा हो गया. So एक ही था, right? So now this is all. This is done. Now all I have to do is put the depth. So that is, first is 0.25, second is 0.3, third ये थोड़ा बाहर लेते हैं. This is 0.35, and what is the last one? So it's not visible actually. I'll just assume it for now to be zero point 0.5. It's not zero point 0.5, but let's assume it to be zero point 0.5 for now. Okay, now this the footing concrete quantification has been done, so that's close to 5 cubic meters. Now the interesting part is this is all digital, yeah. So कल जाके कोई अगर चेंज होता है और मुझे पूछता है कि ये गलत है, ये नहीं है, एक सेकंड में. सो चेकिंग का जो काम है ना, वी आर टेकिंग वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई मे बी ये ऐसा लगेगा, अरे ये क्या है, ये तो मैं 1 मिनट में कर दूंगा. बट इमेजिन इफ दिस वाज अ वास्ट मे बी पोर्शन ऑफ एरिया जहां आपको कैलकुलेट करनी है ये सब चीजें. सो एंड 6 months डाउन द लाइन यू आस्क मी दैट योर क्वांटिटीज, जब साइट पे काम चालू हो गया तब तो क्वांटिटी गलत है, कुड बी फॉर एनी एलिमेंट. विद इन सेकेंड्स कैन आई टेल यू दैट नहीं, ये तब ड्राइंग ये था और हमने ये बराबर कैलकुलेट था. यू सी आई हैवंट मिस्ड आउट ऑन एनीथिंग. सो ये 5 cubic मीटर आ गया. कॉस्ट आ गया 25,000. सो ऑटोमेटिकली मेरे एस्टिमेट में अपडेट हो गया. 25,000 पे जब मैं क्लिक करता हूँ, तब यहाँ पे एड एडमिक्सचर, सैंड, एग्रीगेट, सीमेंट, शटरिंग, labor for laying and leveling, and labor for shuttering. If this is all, I get it automatically on what all things are required. Now, normally this you might get it in Excel. See, Excel is something which can do anything. But कल जाके अगर if you tell me that नहीं, ये अभी यहाँ पे M25 नहीं है, उसमें से दो फुटिंग्स है या दो टाइप के जो फुटिंग्स है, वहां हमको M30 करना है. सो जस्ट सी हाउ मच टाइम इज इट गोइंग टू रिक्वायर मी. सो आई जस्ट ऐड, वापस फुटिंग के लिए मैं सर्च करूंगा M30 बाय साइट मिक्स. अभी ये मैं लेता हूँ जस्ट एज एन एग्जाम्पल. यहाँ पे जाता हूँ, एंड नाउ मे बी all this 4, 5, 7, okay, I'm just assuming this are changed to M30. I'll just copy this, go back, come here and paste this. ये पेस्ट हो गया वैसे के वैसे. 1.73 क्यूबिक मीटर है. वहां का जो ये है वो डिलीट कर दूंगा मैं, तो ये मुझे नहीं चाहिए. ये मैंने डिलीट कर दिया. नाउ आई आई नो मटेरियल क्वांटिटी दोनों में कितना है. इसका 16,000 कॉस्ट है, इसका 10,000 है. ये अभी मटेरियल क्वांटिटी जो चेंज्ड के हिसाब से आया है. So hardly took me less than 10 seconds to do all this. So if you're or I don't have to worry about कल जाके कोई मुझे बोलता है ना. So this is basically digital estimation. I'm not telling you about side book. you use any software, but we just want to make sure that सी CAD ये ड्राफ्टिंग के लिए है। हम क्यों यूज करते हैं? क्योंकि हमको कॉलेज टाइम से वही सिखाते आया है और वो फ्री है। मैं भी वही यूज करता था पहले। सो दैट्स वाई। बट इफ यू मेजर प्रॉब्लम, अगर आपके एस्टिमेट सही आ रहे हैं अभी कैड एक्सेल में, देन कंटिन्यू डूइंग दैट, देन डोंट मूव टू एनी सॉफ्टवेयर। बट if you feel that okay, this is going to provide you transparency, it's going to make your job easier, then you definitely go ahead with this. Any more items you want to look at, other than, so this was one item. I can take simple items like skirting and flooring, but if there's anything else you want to let me know, tell me. Or should I take something like block work, plaster? So three commands we actually looked at. One was count, one was area, and one was select. So any software, any digital estimation software which I mentioned will have these commands. The last command is linear. Probably terminology alag hone wali hai. People will use different languages. Maybe it would be length instead of linear or something other than that. But concept will never change. And if you know digital estimation softwares, you can also start taking up. If you are someone who's a civil engineer now, so or even anybody basically can start taking projects from outside countries also, because becomes very easy. Quantity surveying के jobs रहते हैं. There are other jobs also, जैसे designing and those kind of jobs, and then you have quantity surveying jobs also. Designing jobs, why it is tough to take? Because there are already a lot of consultants who are doing that. And generally, designing is something which is also done by a consultant there. So they'll outsource it to a standard consultant. But when it comes to quantity surveying, na, uh, we have taken jobs from subcontractors also, consultants as well, subcontractors also. And it is very very easy jobs, very easy jobs. Masonry calculate करके दो, एक बंगला है, एंड लाइक मेसन वहां पे मेनली वुडन स्ट्रक्चर्स ही होते हैं। तो मेसनरी का जो कंपोनेंट होता है वो मे बी सब स्ट्रक्चर में ही रहेगा। In some cases it can be in the superstructure also, but mostly it is wall partitioning. तो वो wall partitioning calculate करके दे दो and all. Becomes very very easy to do that, but you should be able to know how to work on a digital estimation software. There are few consultants which will tell you that we need this particular software, you have to work on this software. But it's a subcontractor, he won't care. He just wants it in a very reasonable rate. And that reasonable rate for dollars in him is quite a good amount for us as well. और यू डोंट नीड टू गो देयर, यू डोंट नीड टू हैव लिंक्डइन पे, नो नीड टू। अपवर्क पे भी हमने रजिस्टर किया था, बट मेजर बिजनेस वी गॉट फ्रॉम 90% business we used to get from LinkedIn. Any more item, or should I show? I'll show brick masonry. So suppose brick masonry है, and now I'll also show one fun element in that, where I'll just अभी ये brick masonry हम calculate करेंगे। अगर वो AAC ब्लॉक के साथ कंपेयर करना है तो क्या कॉस्टिंग होगा वो भी हम देखेंगे। सो नाउ कम्स द लीनियर पार्ट। सो लीनियर कैसा होता है पता है क्या? नाउ इंटरेस्टिंग क्या है, कैड में हम पूरा पी लाइन ड्रॉ करते हैं, राइट? यहाँ पे मैं यहाँ से यहाँ क्लिक करूंगा। नाउ क्वांटिटी सर्विंग के लिए ना, आप वी हैव बीन टॉट दिस in earlier days, in our college days, that there is two methods for quantifying. One is center line method and second is the long wall short wall method. So I'm following a long wall short wall method, but it's not 100% true. Why? Because earlier there were load bearing structures, now there are framed structures. So it's not exactly a long wall, but still ठीक है. Now if I have to this is different block work, so हम अभी ये लेंगे. So if you see what I'm doing, I'm just click enter. That's all I'm doing. And if you want, you can try it at your end also. आप जहां क्लिक करोगे ना, so suppose if I click here, it's going to think that I want the measurement there. So if I do this enter, it's going to take the measurement there. Now if I click here and if I take it here, ये 42.57 में वो 9.84 ऐड हो जाएगा. सो ये ऐसा हो गया. और when I click it, it gets highlighted. So if I have to delete this, now I'm going to use select. So one more purpose of select is I'll move this, or else I can just delete it. We'll use black here. And any doubts, anybody has any queries, if you want, you can unmute, ask anything, no problem. अभी deduction, I'll show one deduction also. So यहाँ पे मैंने click किया. You can put it in the chat box also, okay, if you want to see any particular deduction. Height I'm putting manually. Normally, what is done is section is uploaded and you can take a you can trace it from there as well. Height for this W2, I'll put it as maybe 5 feet. And is there any more? This one particular deduction is going to be there. Anybody has any queries, feel free to put forth your queries. This was so every time we take a very different session, I thought I'll take every time what I do is I along with you guys, I'll show you two steps and you can work on those two steps and I'll wait till then. But I thought because it is night time, people must be tired. So I thought I'll do the talking part and I'll show the part. If you have any queries, you can feel free to ask me the queries. So let's assume all this block work. Okay, we'll just quickly, I'll show you if let's assume all this block work is same thickness. Okay. Now just see how fast one can work out on a digital estimation software. So this flat in the next 1 or 2 minutes, I'll completely trace it down. And if there is any uh, like mistakes, even you can identify it because पता है ना क्या पकड़ा है क्या नहीं पकड़ा है. So I'm not considering the door as a deduction here because what these days what developers or anybody is doing is कि lintel ही ऐसे height पे लेना है कि lintel there's no requirement of a lintel. Your beam above the door is acts like that your door will be till that height. Okay, again I'm assuming that uh, ये total block work is same thickness. It is not, but again, it won't matter much. Why I'll tell you. So ये okay, fixed angle is something like ortho. So I'll just move this so that I don't get confused. ये block work हो गया. अभी इसका ये मैं लेता हूँ. इसका मैं ये लेता हूँ and यहाँ पे ये लेता हूँ. Same way here. So I'll just this would have been much easier. So now this is done. अभी यहाँ पे okay, this block wall, this has been taken. This is taken. Yeah, I'm assuming this is all same thickness, okay? And the height also is the same. This won't be the actual scenario in any project. This is going to be different. But अभी के लिए it doesn't matter. ये मैं आप बोलोगे मुझे तो you show me in a different thickness. That also hardly in a few couple of minutes I'll show it to you. Yeah, this is okay. Okay. Now, first thing, have I missed out on anything? If you can find out, let me know. Uh, I can see a couple of things which I've missed out, but this is the advantage which digital estimation gets. So W2 एक विंडो है. मैंने दो W2 और FD1 पकड़ा है. तो यहाँ पे मैं इसको थोड़ा बाहर निकालता हूँ अभी. ये मेरा FD1 है और ये मेरा W2 है. FD1 और एक FD है, बट ये एक और ये एक अज्यूमिंग कि दोनों सेम लेंथ के दोनों पकड़ लिया मैंने. और ये एक W3 है यहाँ पे. तो मैं W3 यहाँ पे क्लिक किया, लीनियर को क्लिक किया, ट्रेस हाइट अभी के लिए मैनुअल और इसको माइनस. सो उसके बाद वेंटिलेटर्स में भूल गया। वी। दूसरा यहाँ का वेंटिलेटर भी पकड़ेंगे। सो यहाँ क्वांटिटी पे मैंने क्लिक किया। दिस इज, ओके सॉरी, क्वांटिटी कॉलम पे एक, और ये दूसरा, ये मैंने पकड़ा ही नहीं है, तो मुझे वापस ये पकड़ना है। So if anybody is checking my work, within seconds will they identify whether I have considered everything or not. And if not, if everything is considered, then with this I also know block work कितना लग रहा है, सीमेंट कितना लग रहा है, mortar कितना लग रहा है, blocks कितने लग रहे हैं. Now the fun part with this is if I want to know, comparison costing, I'll show it to you. I was about to come to that. Now, first thing is 6-inch thick clay brick masonry hai. Now, this is going to be 1.51 lakhs. If I click here, I have material costing 1.16 lakh, labor costing 56,000, clay bricks total 6,000 numbers, 1 lakh thousand, 1 lakh rupees, sorry. सीमेंट 20 बैग्स 7,000 कॉस्टिंग. क्रश सैंड 1.5 ब्रास 1.147 CFT 5,000 costing. Okay, so this is one aspect. Now I want to see, I will see what is the difference. So I'll just here, so there is a kebab menu, okay, on this. Click here, replace item, and go to the sidebook library. Sidebook library has all the masonry because here in that, go to masonry. तीसरा ही आइटम है, चौथा ही आइटम है. एंड देन विच मेसनरी यू वांट. वायर कट चाहिए, लैटराइट स्टोन चाहिए, एसी चाहिए, फ्लैश चाहिए, एसी चाहिए हमको. ओके. एसी ब्लॉक वर्क में अभी ये 6 इंच एसी है, 4 इंच यहाँ पे एसी है. लॉट्स ऑफ टाइप्स, उसमें भी एडहेसिव के साथ है, सीमेंट मोर्टर के साथ है. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन विच यू वांट यू कैन सिलेक्ट. आई वांट दिस 6 इंच थिक क्ले मेसनरी. यहाँ पे कॉस्ट वगैरह ऑल इफ सीन, इफ इट इज राइट रॉन्ग, check to replace. I know it's going to be, say, 53,000 rupees cheaper in this particular case. So with clay brick masonry, cost is 1.5 lakhs. With AC block, it is close to 1 lakh. So if I want, I'll just replace with this. Now, if I've replaced with this, क्वांटिटीज वैसे के वैसे ही है टोटल. जो मेरी क्वांटिटी है, आई हैव इट ऑलरेडी. इफ आई गो बैक, अभी मैं कॉस्ट पे क्लिक करता हूँ. आई नो एसी ब्लॉक कितने लगने वाले, एडेसिव कितना लगने वाला है. सो 18 बैग एडेसिव है और एसी ब्लॉक 834 नंबर्स है. एनी एग्जाम्पल, एसी ब्लॉक को आपको दूसरे किसी के साथ कंपेयर करना है, वो भी आप कर सकते हो इसमें. सो ये जनरली कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं पता है क्या. So they'll find for this particular feature na, a lot of people, basically interior designers and developers, क्योंकि डिजाइनिंग उनके हाथ में रहता है ना. सो व्हाट दे डू इज they'll make one set of costing with one set of specs, उसको क्लोन कर देंगे, अगला एक कॉपी बनाएंगे, और दूसरे कॉपी में ना दे विल चेंज द स्पेसिफिकेशंस. सो उनके क्लाइंट के सामने प्रोफेशनली दे विल शो कि सर दिस सेट ऑफ स्पेक्स वी हैव यूज्ड. ये कॉस्टिंग आपका जा रहा है 1,800 रुपए पर स्क्वायर फीट. ये कॉस्टिंग के साथ 2,200 जाएगा, बट दीज आर द स्पेक्स. यहाँ पे इटालियन मार्बल है, यहाँ पे ये है. सो ऑल दैट इज वेरी वेरी इजी टू डू. सो आई वॉज नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस, बट this is one feature which everybody likes, so I thought I'll discuss that. So main four commands for any software: select, linear, area, and count. And now you know how to use it as well. It will take training for you to uh, get fast at it, but we take these sessions often. So whenever we have the next session, you can. It will be more of a in-depth session. We'll teach you, we'll train you. तो अभी देखना है कि ये टाइल है. यहाँ पे विल सी डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस. ओके. ओके, विल सी. अगर मैं नेचुरल स्टोन लगाऊंगा तो क्या है, 1200 बाय 1200 लगाऊंगा तो क्या है, और एक वुडन टाइल कौन सी तो लगाऊंगा तो क्या है. तो मैं पहले तो इसको एक क्लोन करता हूँ. ये एक कॉपी आ गई. तो यहाँ पे ना बर्गर मेन्यू पे क्लोन है. तो मैं बस इसको क्लोन कर रहा हूँ, तो 3 कॉपीज बना रहा हूँ इसकी। तो ये सेम आइटम 3 बार मैंने कॉपी किया है, ठीक है, ताकि अलग अलग मैं आइटम्स ले सकूं। और एक कुछ तो अलग आइटम लेते हैं, क्लोन। ठीक है। सो अभी ना, फील जस्ट रीऑर्डर दिस। रीऑर्डर यहाँ पे, ये रीऑर्डर है, सो आई कैन जस्ट चेंज द दिस। हाँ, ये अभी 4 आइटम है ना, 600 बाय 1200 के। मैं अभी यहाँ पे दूसरा कुछ तो लेता हूँ। सो एनी, इफ यू वांट मी टू हैव एनी आइटम यू कैन फील फ्री टू पुट दैट। तो मैं मेरे डाल देता हूँ। सो फ्लोरिंग कहाँ पे है? हाँ, फ्लोरिंग। एक पहले मैं कोई तो विट्रीफाइड का ही लेता हूँ, उसके बाद एक नेचुरल स्टोन लेता हूँ, और एक कुछ तो अलग लेता हूँ। अरे, तो नेचुरल स्टोन फ्लोरिंग में हम लेंगे मार्बल, ग्रेनाइट, तंदूर। वी हैव लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस, सो वील टेक, लेट्स अज्यूम ग्रेनाइट फ्लोरिंग ऑन 60 mm बेडिंग, हम ये लेते हैं। चेक टू रिप्लेस एंड वील रिप्लेस विद दिस अभी के लिए। तो ये ग्रेनाइट हो गया। दिस इज, ये एक, आई टेक दिस एज now वुडन फ्लोरिंग में भी। लैमिनेटेड वुडन फ्लोरिंग ऑन एग्जिस्टिंग टाइल्स लेते हैं। रिप्लेस एंड आई विल जस्ट रीऑर्डर दिस। तो ये 3 हो गए। अभी और एक चेंज करता हूँ मैं। एनी सजेशंस इफ यू वांट यू कैन गिव, बट आई जस्ट, and if there are any queries, any questions, feel free to ask the questions also, no problem. So we'll take uh विट्रीफाइड तो आई थिंक ले लिया हमने। ठीक है, 800 बाय 800 लेता हूँ मैं। दिस इज डन, आई रिप्लेस दिस। अरे सॉरी, आई रीऑर्डर दिस। एक्सक्यूज, अप्लाई। सो यहाँ पे फॉर माई क्लाइंट आई जस्ट एड सम कलर हियर। तो व्हाट आई कैन डू इज आई कैन टेल माई क्लाइंट कि सर पहले 4 टाइल्स में से आपको कौन से लेने हैं, जो मैंने येलो मार्क किए, उसका प्राइसिंग आपको यहाँ पे दिख जाएगा कि 600 बाय 1200 पहले था, वो 22,000 है। उसके बाद हमने ग्रेनाइट फ्लोरिंग का ले लिया। ओ, दिस कॉस्ट गॉट चेंज्ड, 1 मिनट। सो दिस इज अ डमी, ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस वाज 320। 320। या सो दिस इज 320, 800 बाय 800 का बराबर है लैमिनेटेड का, ठीक है। सो आई नो 22,000 फॉर 60 बाय 120, ग्रेनाइट फ्लोरिंग के लिए 51,000, 800 बाय 800 के लिए 25,000, laminated के लिए close to 20,000. So because that is an existing flooring, that's why it is less. So such things can be done if you're into contracting also, you can use this. But I just because you were interested in that replace item, I just quickly showed this function. If there's any queries, you can ask me. If not, okay, any miscellaneous items not having any specs wanted to give few tentative cost after main estimate, then like power deposit, temporary electrical charges, plan section charges, etc. not part of contract but project to be shown. Yeah, so that what you can do is, so what our earlier company used to do, so I've learned it from there only, that you can add it as a provisional cost. So that provisional cost is something where that particular item, maybe you don't know the exact cost. So it is not overhead, okay? It is an item which has to be executed. It is not within the existing items. It is a different item. So anything similar to that can be put in a different section called provisional cost. You're just making an provision and you think that that would be an approximate cost. And if the client has to execute it, then you will give an very accurate cost of it. So this is when the spec is not well defined for that item. I think, was this the question? Electrical. If it temporary electrical charges will not be in this, if you want to consider that, you can consider that in probably as a different cost and then divide it in your overheads. But it won't be considered. Uh, yeah, approximate cost only. So that would be considered in your overheads, which would be probably 8% or so. So our earlier company, what they used to do is 18% was a standard. Nobody did that. 10% profit, 8% overhead, and then it was whether you want over it or you want to go below that. So it was either -10%, -5%. So that means 13% rakha hai. Yeah, if it's good profit within the analysis, that is. Any queries with respect to digital estimation? Or yeah, other than that also are welcome. Anything is fine. But because our focus session is focused on digital estimation, if you want, feel free to put it.
सर आई वुड जस्ट वांटेड टू नो कि अ, आप इसका ट्रेनिंग का क्या रहता है यू नीड टू मच ऑफ प्रैक्टिस फॉर दिस
No, actually, if you ask me, 2 hours will be enough. One hour also is enough for some. But if you want, 2 hours also is enough for digital estimation. You're asking about the hours only, right? Or what exactly?
Hello,
Hello?
Mr. Shan, this is Jai Ganesh here.
Yes, sir.
This the items what I asked was in the normally what happens when we do the estimate. After doing the estimate, just for a projection, we give like cost of the interior approximately this much, cost of the electricity is this much, power deposit this much, so that they will come to know that what will be the total cost of the project.
Right.
Because it may not be a part of a contractor agreement,
Right.
but as an architect, we will showcase that as a miscellaneous or some item which will be projected. So how can we able to do that? Just can we just type that and we can show there?
Yeah. So what you can do in that scenario is just add a section. Maybe the name could be miscellaneous or provisional sum, that
Yeah,
as an
correct.
additional,
Yeah, additional.
and maybe whatever your item is. So I'll just write item name 1 and put maybe 1, and you want to give it in a lump sum cost, maybe 10,000. So this, like this, you can add.
Okay, so there is a provision to write own names.
Yeah. So not necessary that you have to take it from the library, and this will be saved there
Yeah,
in your
correct, correct,
my
correct.
item.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank
Uh,
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I wanted to know how this software, how we can get access to it, and what are the payment charges and all about it.
Uh, so, uh, so cost of sidebook, the digital estimation part, which has estimation, invoicing, expense tracking, work collaboration, all those things, is 1,000 rupees per month, including GST, including trainings, everything. But it is billed annually, so it is 12,000 per year, and because it's year ending, you'll also get a discount over it. And the basic version is without the digital estimation is only 5,000 for one whole year. So
Without digital estimation means you won't get this site book.
no, you'll get sidebook. You'll get all the features, just that you won't get this particular portion, this particular part of it. So this is digital takeoff. Sorry, digital takeoff won't be there. Other than that, all those things like replace item. So there's a lot of things. There's bill of material report, expense summary, profitability tracking, invoice making. You can share it with others. All those things you'll get. Just the digital takeoff, this particular portion. Instead of that, you'll have to put it manually. So that is for 5,000 per year, including GST, including 3 users, and the premium version, which has all the features, is 12,000, having 6 users.
But what if we need any consultancy that is different or what for
But
that?
consultancy as in training or
No, for the estimate. If we want any consultants estimate
uh
plan.
so consultancy as in if you want us to maybe check your work or something like that.
Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah. For tender purpose.
so if the work hours are not a lot, we can like our team only can do it. But if the work hours will be more, then maybe we'll have to at least charge something for that. But if it's just if you tell us that make a work, can you please make a work breakdown structure for us? Yes, that won't be charged. Some people ask for us for making a letterhead, simple letterhead, यहाँ पे कुछ बनाना है letterhead बनाओ, that we will do without any cost. A few people might ask, yeah, can you just check this whether it is done in a better, can I make it more better, like the structure of the WBS, or can you just check the working? Simple, for simple projects, I don't think we'll charge anything for that. But if it's like in-depth consultancy, then yes, we have a separate services division for that.
So are you located in Pune?
Yes, in Pune, sir. Are you from Pune or any other city?
Yeah, yeah, Pune itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Our office is in Prabhat Road.
Okay, okay.
Anybody else has any questions, please feel free to put it. We can wait for some time. So
Now
basic,
this access
yeah.
which you have given us, how many days it will be valid?
I think you'll have the expiry date here. So you can, I think it would be for 1 week, I think. I don't know how many days has Prajakta given right now, but I think 1 week is must be given.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. So now these days, a lot of developers, contractors, architects, interior designers are also moving towards digital estimation. With Sidebook, our focus was always mainly interior designers, architects, and up to some extent contractors, small level contractors who take bungalow jobs or renovation jobs. But we are getting a lot of inquiries from developers also, and for general contractors also. We already have consultants also on board. So slowly, it's going to take a lot of time, but people are slowly shifting towards digital estimation. Within this, lots of features are planned. If there's right now, we haven't implemented few because usage of BIM is not that much at the moment. But once it shoots up, which is expected, but now again. if it's going to be AI or whether it's going to BIM, nobody knows. Maybe after 5, 6 years, what's going to be the scenario. But we are also ready where if you can in the future you can upload a BIM file and you click on the wall and you'll get the takeoff. You click on the perimeter and you'll get the painting quantity. So all that is planned, but you for us to implement, the usage of BIM has to be that much. There are certain features where AI will also be introduced, but it has to be step by step adoption. For like a company like us, we are also a small company, so step by step adoption will help. First will be awareness कि ऐसे भी tools है, ऐसे भी softwares है. Everything added once and then told it's not going to be of use, so it has to be slow, one by one, one by one. So every month you'll see things being added here, the different changes. Now next week probably there will be one company insights which will be added here. I am having light version. It has less sample projects than premium or other versions of Sidebook. No, light version is basically you will have all the access to the rate library. I think sample projects access will be similar, but you won't be able to, I think, work on the sample projects like a premium or pro client can do. Light is having access to rate analysis library mainly. Any more queries? So do check out if you're contractors or if you're people who are taking turnkey jobs, or even if you're doing record keeping, do check out the payments section. It is very, very, very interesting. Personally, my favorite within all of Sidebook. Where does this data come from? So the data for rate analysis, we started back in 2014. 2014 was when we used to go on sites, we used to make firma, and we used to calculate कि कितना consumption हो रहा है. I used to come back to office and then give that data to our technical head at that time, and then both of us used to sit and theoretically let's calculate how this quantity we have got. So it started from then, and now we have a vast library. So now we have a separate engineering team for that, for the rate analysis. Other than that data, it's all the main data is the rate library which we have. Items is the main data which we have. Other than that, you are only putting data. Your data is not accessible to us. This is in a server which is Microsoft server. Even we don't have access to that. So do not worry. This is not data. User data is not used. क्या मैं बता रहा था? Yeah, so if you guys are interested, just check out the YouTube channel also. And please, there's videos here. Please subscribe. It's not going to cost you anything. It will help us to grow. That is one small thing you can do. And we are adding a lot of videos now, mainly related to tool and related to estimation. So you can parallelly see the videos on YouTube and then you can learn as well. Any more queries, any more questions about anything related to software, related to commands, related to estimation, feel free.
No, now this Sidebook, are there any other packages other than this 12,000 package and
Yeah, yeah. So
5,000
there
package?
is one which is Pro, which is 5,000, and then there is one which is Lite. So Lite is basically a rate analysis library you get, which is 549 for 1 year, and Pro is 5,000, which has all the features except for the digital quantity takeoff. Premium has everything. So Lite is just the rate library.
But then, once taken, do you give us some support how to
So
do?
Lite we don't give any support. For Pro and Premium there will be support. We have a for Premium it will be one-on-one support where we have a kind of a WhatsApp group. So here, so these are premium groups for Sidebook, and lots of developers, interior designers, and contractors are there. So it will be one-on-one interaction here. So any query, anything can be put here. We continuously, every week for premium, you'll get a message whether all is fine for you. Do you need any help? Do you need anything from us? And once people get on board, nobody replies us because खुद आपके काम में बिजी होते हैं, बट इट बिकम्स आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि आप यूज कर रहे हो ना, यू नीड एनीथिंग लेट अस नो. And we take a lot of things also. There's a lot of initiatives also. Once you're a premium user, you like there's one thing which is Sidebook Super 7. So I'll just show it to you. uh, Now, yeah, so this is something which is Sidebook Super 7. So we are right now at second batch is ongoing. This was the first batch. So we trained, this was especially, all these were interior companies and renovation companies. uh, we trained their employees one on one, all seven of them together. It was 7 days. We trained them in Sidebook for estimation, and we took a test. And everybody was told, you get 70% and more, we'll increase your subscription. So it's like a fun thing. Everybody enjoys that. All of them got nearly 90% plus. So we increased their subscriptions also. So this is like randomly picked, and uh, lots of things with premium clients. Pro, we give them support, but it's not similar to what premium gets. It's a common group for Lite and Pro. Lite is just the rate analysis library to refer to.
No, but then other mastermind, is it online or at the office? How
No,
is
no,
it?
it's all online, sir.
And
No,
how about
because
any
we
projects if it is there? Do you support for the cost and estimation? Big
we
projects are there.
yeah. So we have a services division as well. But can you tell me what type of project will it be, a renovation or a interior or building project?
Resort type of constructions.
Yeah, we can definitely at least look into it for sure. Like, we can guide you for that. So we take building projects as services also. That is the engineering department. But then we have a limit of like below 1 lakh square feet we don't take, but something like a resort we can definitely uh, guide you. Uh, Siraj ji, I'm very sorry, but right now I don't think Prajakta is here. So if you would have joined a bit earlier, what I can do is next session. Now I won't be able to do it. Next session for sure. If you come early, I'll definitely add 1 week premium for you. So very sorry for that. But next session probably, uh, I think first week or second week of Jan we'll take the session, and then I'll obviously intimate in advance, and then you can definitely come. Okay. Guys, any queries, anything if you want to ask, I can wait for a minute. And I'll, like, we've also started going to colleges and everywhere because that's where it's going to penetrate. But you can always have the first mover advantage, because that's going to give you a lot of features free of cost. And it's kind of, this is the just the first year. We have around close to 2000 plus active users at the moment. So once this number goes, and this is without any marketing, once this number goes to 50,000, 1 lakh, then nobody's going to have that um benefits. It's all going to be early bird users will have benefits. So be an early bird user. Great. I guess there's no any more questions. I really appreciate and thank all of you for joining us at 9:30. I know it's very hectic to join at this time. We'll have a lot of sessions in the future as well. So do join those. We'll try to make it more interesting. We are also coming up with a competition soon where within digital estimation called Super QS. So that probably would be in end of Jan or maybe February or so, where we'll first give you training, and then it will be a simple, you'll have to, maybe a bungalow or an interior project we'll give you, and you'll have to quantify it. So there's a lot of things, exciting things coming up. So please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. That will really help us. Thank you.